President Joe Biden was sent a message in the Michigan Democratic primary. Despite winning overwhelmingly, Biden was challenged on his stance on Israel, with over 100,000 voters coming out to vote uncommitted in order to push Biden into promoting a permanent ceasefire in the region. Now, this was a primary election, so I'm going to tell you that all these uncommitted voters were able to use their vote to send a message to Biden without actually helping Donald Trump or endangering Joe Biden at all. I want to be very, very clear, right, on this, because you're going to hear a lot of things like, these uncommitted voters are helping Trump. No, voting uncommitted in the Democratic primary did not help Donald Trump. Okay. Now, this uncommitted campaign, called Listen to Michigan, said it hoped to get about 10,000 votes in the Michigan primary. They easily passed that threshold, and getting 100,000 means that it's a little bit harder for them to ignore this. Okay. Why? Because Biden needs Michigan, which means he needs to listen to the voters in Michigan. There's a lot of Arab American voters in the state that, again, are just appalled at how much the Biden administration has supported what's gone on in Gaza. Okay. Now, look, there's a difference between supporting Israel as a country and supporting the things that the Israeli government, the right-wing Israeli government, is doing right now in Israel with our tax money and weapons that we've provided them. And that is flattening hospitals and killing civilians. Okay? So, look, these voters, there's a lot of young Muslim, Arab American voters, progressives, who are essentially tired of seeing innocent children and young people get bombed with these weapons. And so that's why they voted uncommitted. Look, and there's a lot of Democrats that are against this, that want a ceasefire. In fact, according to a recent Epic MRA statewide poll, over half of Michigan voters support a ceasefire in Gaza. So this is a really simple, really effective way to get across a message that makes sense. We don't want to be involved in these wars. We don't want all of this death to be funded by us. We want there to be a ceasefire and a permanent solution that works for everyone there. Okay? That keeps, obviously, Jewish people safe, but also keeps Palestinians safe, and allow both of them to be able to, grow and thrive. In the current situation, we don't have that. Okay, so now the things that they've been asking for, of course, and people that are against what's going on in Israel is to, for one, stop giving a blank check to Israel's military. This is something that Senator Bernie Sanders, has been pushing for, to stop just giving money to the Israeli military to do whatever they want. Unconditional aid. We shouldn't be giving countries unconditional military aid. That we should know where the money is going, and if it's going to humanitarian disasters to cause humanitarian suffering, then no, we shouldn't be giving them over that money at all. And again, the other thing is to try to use our clout, okay, to encourage Israel to work on a lasting ceasefire. All right, to bring both sides to the table. Now, this campaign for peace has gotten a lot of high-profile backers. Of course, you've got, obviously, Representative Rashida Tlaib, but also former Representative Andy Levin. So this is important because Andy Levin is Jewish. He's a self-described Zionist, okay? And he's saying we need to stop what's going on here and move towards peace. So he actually cares about people in the region, right? He actually cares about Jewish people and about the Palestinians as well. And so he's putting out this message saying, yes, we got to do something about this. Now, the thing is that he's been calling for, peace between the two for a long time. In fact, that's one of the reasons that he was defeated in his recent election, by just a mountain of AIPAC money, which is a right-wing group that purports to support Israel, but they fund right-wing candidates. So people who are massively conservative, who will give a blank check and will continue to support giving a blank check to Israel's military, no matter what kind of atrocities they do. Okay, so you have that, and of course, Bernie Sanders' group, Our Revolution, supported this cause as well. So people of conscience, right, who just want the bombings to stop. This is what this group is made up of. I'm very clear about pointing this out because there are people out there already trying to destroy it. Okay, trying to paint them as pro-Hamas, trying to paint them as pro-terrorist. No, that's not what this is about at all. This is about peace, securing peace and prosperity for both the Jewish people in Israel as well as the Palestinian people in Gaza and in other places like the West Bank, for example, as well. So now, getting back to Levin, who went on CNN late Tuesday night and called the uncommitted results, quote unquote, historic. It's a very, very significant outcome. I don't take any joy in it, of course. He also previously told the Daily Beast that he thought the success of the uncommitted movement was the best way to send a message to Biden about his policies on Israel. And he said, I think that message is being effectively communicated tonight. I don't see how we can win the White House again without winning Michigan. And I don't think we can win Michigan unless the president changes course on Gaza. Now, you also have chairwoman of the House Progressive Caucus, Representative Pramila Jayapal, who told CNN's Manu Raju on Tuesday night that the results were a clear warning sign to Joe Biden. Quote, the war in Gaza is a deep moral issue, and a lack of attention and empathy for this perspective from the administration is breaking apart the fragile coalition we built to elect Joe Biden in 2020. I think that's, again, a great point from Jayapal. And yes, that's exactly what this is. This is telling Biden, correct course, all right? Push for a ceasefire. Be more aggressive in pushing the Israeli government, the right-wing Israeli government under Netanyahu, to do peace, to stop with the indiscriminate bombings. Okay? So now, that said, there are some Democrats that have pushed back on this, saying that, first of all, this uncommitted, 100,000 uncommitted, that doesn't mean anything, right? Because they're going to line up behind Biden against Donald Trump. It's a guarantee. Not always. Yes, of course, there's going to be a lot of people who are voting who voted uncommitted that will actually do that. But then there are some who are going to be so turned off by this, by Biden ignoring their message, that maybe they won't vote at all. In a state like Michigan, where you need as many voters as you can, I should say in any election, you need as many voters as you can in order to win, that would be a dangerous thing, because it actually would have Donald Trump. They even said, some have even said that Obama had gotten 20K uncommitted votes back in 2012 and then won the state easily. So it doesn't matter if you vote uncommitted. Once again, there's a problem here. A number of recent Michigan polls have showed Trump winning a rematch against Biden in the state. That's not good. Every vote counts. Okay, that's 16 electoral votes. Joe Biden needs those, and he knows that. And it's actually fairly easy for him to get those votes. Just do something. Now, this probably, since he does know this, on Tuesday, Biden told reporters that an Israeli-Hamas ceasefire deal could come as early as next week. Is that a coincidence? Not according to Representative Ro Khanna. Told Politico, quote, this is happening because the president is hearing that a large part of his coalition wants this war to end. So at least it seems like he's starting to respond to this, and I hope he does. I hope there's a much better response to this, because his message is something that I don't think you should ignore. So at the end of the day, again, it is up to Biden to listen to the message that has been sent. There's enough people out there. It's 100,000 is not anything to sneeze at. So I just hope that he takes that message and continues to push to do the right thing.